Hi, I'm Julia Hood, and I'm the manager of School and Family Learning at Reynolda House Museum of American Art. Today in our pop-up studio, I'm going to show you how to make a flower bouquet by cutting flowers out of paper and putting them together. As with many of our projects, this is something that you can do in a variety of different ways, but I'll show you some different flowers that you can make and combine together into a bouquet. You might use all of the different flowers or just pick one or two and then ultimately put them together into a bouquet, something like this. When you're done, it might be something you want to give to someone special. For a little inspiration, you might want to check out Reynolda's painting of flowers in a glass pitcher by Severin Roesen. The artist filled his painting with lots of different flowers and didn't worry if the flowers would have been naturally blooming at the same time as each other or not. We can do the same today. Find links to different flower templates below or make up your own. I'll show you what you need to complete this project and how to make it. For this project, you will need to either print or trace the flower templates provided on our website and in the link below. You can also make up your own flowers and follow the ideas in this video. You'll need colored or patterned papers that will become your flowers. Today I'm using pages from magazines, but you could also use old wall calendars, sturdy wrapping paper, or other decorative paper. Before you cut up any magazines or other papers you find, make sure that they may be used as art supplies. For your vase, you can use paper or either wax paper or aluminum foil. Our example uses waxed paper to look like the glass pitcher in Severin Roesen's painting. You need scissors and some kind of adhesive. Liquid glue and a glue stick may be easiest, but tape would also work. If you want some of your flowers to stand up from the paper, you'll need something to help give them height. Today, I'm using an old toilet paper roll, but scraps of cardboard or a bottle cap would also do the trick. You'll need a pencil and green markers or crayons to draw the flower stems. Finally, you will need a piece of paper to be the background for your flowers. I've got heavy Bristol board, but poster board or a cardboard panel from a cereal box would work as well. First, cut out your templates or prepare your own. Next, choose what materials you want to use for your vase and trace and cut your template. You can cut away extra material to make it easier to hold your paper and cut safely. Look through magazines that you may cut and find places with interesting colors and patterns about the size of the flower templates. Here's a nice patch of pink that I want to use for the swamp rose. It's totally okay that this has extra lines and drawings on it. Carefully tear or cut out the pages that you want to use, then trace and cut out your flowers. Before you cut the detailed edges of your flowers, cut away the extra paper. Some of the flowers have centers to cut. Cut out this shape and then glue it to the center of your flower. Here are other examples of how you might find interesting patterns and colors in magazines. For the poppy, the dashed lines on the pattern template show where to make a small slit so that you can fold up the petals. For the morning glory, the lines show where to make a crease to begin to turn the petal into a sort of trumpet shape. When cutting the carnation, begin by cutting out the outside circle, then cut the larger triangles to separate some petals from one another. Then, use the tip of your scissors to cut tiny triangles around the edge to give it a jagged edge. Be careful with your fingers. Cut a second piece for each carnation, or more to give it lots of petals. The sunflower also needs 2 pieces or more to make the petals, as well as a circle for the center. When you glue the 2 petal pieces together, glue them only at the centers so that later you can lift the petals up. The trillium has a petal and a sepal that goes behind the blossom. Again, put glue only in the center to attach the 2 pieces. Gently curl the edges of the paper up like this to give the flower some depth. To make some of the flowers appear to stick out from your bouquet, cut a thin ring of a toilet paper tube and glue it to the back of the flower. Make sure to leave some flowers without this kind of stand so that they can be in the background of your bouquet. I'm using glue to attach these, but you could also use tape, as you see here with the trillium. With some of the flowers, you can press the center slightly into the ring of the toilet paper tube to help them stand up. For this next step, you'll need a background large enough to hold your flowers. A sturdy piece of paper is great, but if not, you can cut open a cereal box and use one of the large panels. Cut off any extra flaps. To make the bouquet, begin by arranging your flowers on the paper. Where you would expect to see a stem, draw stems down into what will be your vase. If you are using wax paper, draw your stems first, then glue the vase down. For other vases, you can add the stems at the end. You might need to move some flowers out of the way to be able to attach your vase. Here's just one example that uses all the flower templates. What can you make?